7, huge win over a team that beat you last year.
It feels great. Obviously, these are the best games to be part of. Game 7s are, what you dream about when you're young. You're playing in the backyard, and what an atmosphere to play in front of our fans and get a big win.
You get credit for offensive things a lot of times. That third period was just lockdown defense. You were out there winning faceoffs. What is that like as a team when you have to put your offensive goals aside and just play hard defense?
I think we take a lot of pride in playing good defense. We know we can score goals, but you got to play 200 feet hockey and take care of your own end first. And I thought probably our goalie was our best player in the third period there. The guys did great in locking it down and doing what it takes to win a hockey game.
Jamie, this team was backs against the wall overtime in Game 3. How did you guys rally back?
Just a sick goal from probably the best player on our team in this series, Wyatt.
When you get Pete and Spotter, I know it's not a huge deal, but it's a huge deal. Is it important for the players, for them to kind of beat the team that got rid of them?
Yeah.
I know it's big for them.
It feels good.
It does.
Pete, Spotter, Mish, they laid down a great game plan for us. We knew it was going to be hard. We knew it was going to, go 6 or 7. It feels great to win for them and just our group. And I felt like they wanted us and they got us.
The fourth line was big for you guys all series. What was it like to see them get rewarded like that?
It was awesome. They stepped up huge. They were great tonight. Faksa coming back in and obviously getting the game winner. I thought they were great all 7 games, even Ty Dellandrea. Stepping in when he needed to. It was really next man up mentality, and I thought they were awesome. Throughout this series.
You mentioned that you wanted them. They got you guys. Obviously, losing them last year. Does this have an extra meaning, even though it's only the first round?
Of course. The defending champs. We knew they were going to be a tough out, and they were. Every game was pretty close. But we found a way to, get that goal in the third period and lock it down.
Do you feel like this team grew during this series?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of doubters out there. After Game 2, they probably thought we couldn't come back. A lot of believers in this room, in this organization, and we felt. We played two pretty good games in the first 2, and we felt we were the better team, and unfortunately we came up on top.
Can you put Jake's performance into words, especially considering how close every single game was?
Awesome. He was rock solid. Showed it again tonight, made some big saves. He's been awesome for us all year, and he's a big-time goalie that shows up in big-time moments.
You don't want to make too much of a first-round matchup, but Pete said the other day this is more like a conference final matchup in the first round. How much confidence can this series win give you guys going forward?
It's one step in the right direction. It ain't getting any easier. We got a great team in Colorado coming in here. We're going to have to be even better than we were this series, and we'll enjoy this one tonight, get some rest tomorrow, and be ready to go for Game 1 here.
What's the challenge that Colorado is going to give you guys next round?
I think they obviously showed in the first round. They're not scared to score goals. They got great players, led by obviously Nate and Kale there, and they're a great team. They know how to win, and it's going to be another tough challenge.
Last time you guys met, you scored 7 goals against them. Does that kind of performance give you some confidence about what you can do against that team?
It's just one game in the regular season. you know, this is going to be a whole new series, whole new game, and I don't expect either team to score 7 goals.
We've all talked about just how intense this series has been.
Yeah.
How does it feel to come out on the right side of it?
Well, I mean, obviously emotional, you know, so many emotions just going back to last year losing, right? You know, that team winning, the mixed emotions of that, because there's so many great people over there that I worked with and met and, you know, had great affection for, and, you know, we're happy for them to win. But you know, obviously, you know, really wanted to win this series. I mean, we wanted our turn. You know, we felt we did all the right things all year in order to get the first seed, and then you know, you draw a team like Vegas, which, you know, I honestly think they've got a deeper team than they had last year. So, you know, and to plow through the adversity of being down 2-0, and just there's a lot there to unpack.
You don't have a lot of time to enjoy this one.
No, but I am going to enjoy it. Trust me. I can get a lot done in 48 hours.
I don't unbelieve that. So as you look forward to Colorado, completely different style of game.
Yeah.
What's going to be the key message? And I guess how much of them being off for almost a week and you guys just rolling straight into the next one's going to play into that game one?
Yeah, you know, we'll see. I'm honestly not even thinking about it. I think a lot of times in those situations it can be an advantage rolling right into the beginning of a series. You know, we'll hope that that's the case. Another big test, huge test. Some similarities to Vegas. So, you know, and the one thing about them is we're really familiar with them. So it's not like we need a ton of work on pre-scout. You know, we're familiar with each other. So, you know, we'll enjoy this in the short term here and then start thinking about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Coach Ivan Dawkins, BS3 Network, great game. The Sticks were very active tonight. Was that a big part of your game plan defensively as a team defense concept?
Yeah. Yeah, I loved our team defense tonight. I really thought we buckled down. I thought in Game 6, you know what, I liked our game the entire series, even when we were down the first 2. I thought in Game 6, you know, they probably tilted the ice the most that they had in the series over a game. You know, they did at moments and periods of some of the other games, but I thought we were pretty solid tonight. I thought we were outstanding. Our details defensively were outstanding.
One more, Coach. I may be looking for a job after tonight because what Wyatt Johnston did on skates, I hadn't seen since Barry Sanders was in the NFL.
Yeah. Any
comment on his skate skill? And his
unbelievable. He's what a player. You know, he's not even 21 years old yet. It's incredible, you know, to go in against that team and how well they defend and how big and heavy that team is. And, you know, he's not a big guy and he's not even 21 years old yet. And, you know, he wasn't pushed out of any situations physically. He continued to demand the puck and try and make a difference every time he was on the ice. Just really, really impressive young player.
Coach, 2 things. First, can you possibly explain 8-0 in Game 7?
No, I can't. But I'll own it and I'll roll with it until it stops. You know, I mean, my explanation is a lot of great players, a lot of good fortune, some bounces. You know, there's some double overtime games in there, some bad penalty calls that maybe the Vegas guys would remember. You know, you don't. That doesn't happen. You know, unless you get a lot of really good fortune and a lot of really good players playing in front of you. And I think it's I'm fairly lucky. You know, but I'll take it. It's a great thing to have.
The other thing is, do you feel like, considering so many factors for this franchise, even predating you, that there was more writing on the outcome of this game for the Dallas Stars than Vegas?
Yeah, I can't speak for Vegas. You know what? Listen, you know, when you talk to their guys and hear them speak, you know, they wanted back-to-back, and I think they felt they had a team to do it. And, you know, there was probably a lot of people after the second game that agreed with that. And, you know, there was a lot on the line for us too. I think just because of the season we had, I think it would have been really disappointing to be out in the first round. It wouldn't have been disappointing for me as much this year as last year to lose to Vegas, just because of how great a team they are. I mean, the Stanley Cup champion, and like I said, I think they're deeper than they were last year. But the disappointing part would have been all the work that we've put in this year and how well we've played over the course of the season to earn the #1 seed, to get that draw and get ousted would have been hard to swallow.
Pete, you guys were down 2-0 going to Vegas. If you can just speak to your group's resilience, because figured a lot of people probably didn't think you'd pull it out at that point.
No, there weren't many people, but you know what? We talked between game 2 and 3, and you know, we talked about games 1 and 2. We looked at the analytics. You know, the story of the games 1 and 2 were, you know, we should have won one or both of those. We could have won one or both of those games. So we didn't feel it was as bad as it looked. You know, and it didn't feel like it did last year. Like last year, I thought they were clearly the better team last year. You know, and we fought and scratched and battled and stuff, but they were clearly the better team. I didn't feel that this year after game 2, and I think that was a difference. Mike.
We've talked about the journey a lot. When you look at guys like Delandria, Faksa, even Jake, the adversity, and like, how much did that help you in this series that people faced different things and overcame them?
Yeah, I think that's what playoffs. That's what you have to do, and in order to win, you know, and do what we want to do, what Vegas did last year and win a Stanley Cup, you know, you've got to have those stories of guys stepping up like Aiden Hill did last year, of guys overcoming injuries, and you know, like Mark Stone did. And so, you know, that's our story this year. Hopefully we can write the same ending.
Is that the most impressive first-round win you've ever had? And I guess what does that say about the team moving forward, that it was that hard and you got it? Well,
most impressive. Toughest for sure, toughest draw. You know, someone likened it to stepping out of the regular season and into a conference final or a Stanley Cup final, and it's hard to argue that. So, yeah, I mean, glad we survived it against a great team.
Got one more all the way in the back. Can you speak to the energy drain of a 7-game series against a team like that as you got to get ready to go against Colorado?
Yeah, you know what? We'll and short turnaround. You know, we're gonna have to. We've got a plan, and at least we're starting at home. We've earned the right to have home ice advantage. I think it would have been tougher had we had to travel to Colorado tomorrow to start on the road. So I think that home ice and getting the first seed in the conference is going to be helpful. But it's going to be a quick turnaround, and you know, we're probably going to struggle with some fatigue at different points, but we've got some depth, and you know, we'll see how it goes.
We've talked a lot this year just about the mental harshness, how hard it can be. Mm-hmm. What's it feel like right now and it's only the first round, but just to get through those 7 games for you and to play as well as you did?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, it's been a lot of ups and downs, and you know, had some dark moments during the regular season, and you know, didn't feel like I played my best game in game 1 of this series, and after that just felt really good about my game. And yeah, I just think, you know, with how good of a team we are, I think if I do my job that we're going to be a pretty tough team to beat. So just trying to be a small part of this team and do my job, and I like where my game's at right now, and still some things I can clean up, and just excited to have played well and help this team move on.
Wyatt, you score again tonight. You lead the team in goals this series. What is it like to come in and be a big reason why your team is advancing to the next round?
Yeah, I mean, you know, every guy in the room had a huge part in that.
I mean, for me, it's coming in and just trying to be a part in that and do whatever I can to help the team win. Kind of whatever that is. If that's a penalty kill, if that's blocking a shot, if that's just getting the puck out. It's just kind of trying to do my part and helping the team win. And I mean, that's focus for me. And yeah, I mean, it takes everyone to win a series.
Second row right.
Questions for both of you guys. If we can start with Jake, your coach is now 8-0 in Game 7s as a head coach in the NHL. If you can just speak to how he's able to rally the troops like that heading into those games.
Yeah, I think he's obviously has a message that's worked for many different groups of guys, and I think for us we felt like we had been the better team the whole series, and if we played our best game, I think we would be happy with the outcome. And just the focus on the defensive side of the game is what I was really impressed with from the message. And just if we take care of our own end, if we those 50-50 plays, if we go to the defensive side like he was talking about, we're going to score, and we got a lot of great guys that can put the puck in the net. So that's what I like the most about his message. And this time of year, that's the type of hockey that you need to play to win. And I thought we did that for the whole series. And they're a great team, and it's not easy to knock a team like that out. So that's why it was so tight. And but yeah, it's a pretty cool stat, and happy for Pete. And we didn't want to be the ones that ruined that streak.
Wyatt, the fourth line really came through the entire series. What have they meant all year, and then how fun is it to see someone like Radek? Because it means so much to him. And the same thing with the Lander the other day. I mean, these are huge goals for these guys.
Yeah, they've been awesome. They scored some huge goals, some game-winning goals. Obviously tonight in, I think Game 4 too, right? Yeah, so I mean, just coming up with some huge plays, and just not only the scoring, just kind of generating that momentum. Playing on the defensive zone, setting the next line up for in a positive way. So I mean, they've been huge. No matter who's been in that spot and who's been playing on that line, they've been amazing. And I mean, coming up with some huge plays. Obviously, getting the game-winning goal early in the third. I mean, you can't start off the third any better.
Ivan Dawkins, BS3 Network. Wyatt, Barry Sanders is one of the best running backs of all time, and you did some stuff on skates tonight that I hadn't seen him do on cleats. What'd you eat for dinner?
Thank you. I mean, my pregame meal is chicken and pasta. At Albernaise, a couple of the boys go there, so I mean, that's the same meal before every home game. But yeah, thank you.
That chicken and pasta didn't make you move like that, brother.
Jake, you guys only have a little bit of time here to enjoy this one before you've got to turn your attention to Colorado for the next round. What kind of challenge is that going to give to you guys, knowing that they're a completely different team from Vegas?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a totally different style of hockey. I think, we felt like we played well against them during the regular season. Obviously, that last game of the year we played them, we felt like we played a great game against them, and we should feel confident in what we just did. And I think we showed that we can play that way, or the more kind of up-tempo game I'm guessing we'll be getting from them. So, a couple adjustments, and let's roll.
We're making a big deal out of this for you because you're young and you're scoring all these goals. But do these games feel any different to you? Does a game here in whatever it is, May, feel any different than January or December or October or anything like that?
I mean, obviously, Game 7s and playoffs. You want to be, putting your best forward personally. I mean, for me, I try to do my best to, play the same way. Obviously. It's hard not to get that kind of extra excitement and, extra juice when it's playoff times, Game 7s and stuff like that. But, I mean, as I kind of mentioned before, it's just kind of doing my part every game, kind of whatever that is. And,
putting my best foot forward to help the team win.
Well, we were actually watching video right before the warm-ups. The two-man cycle, they play kind of the style of defense. It's hard to beat, So I tried to cut the middle, and Smitty just passed the puck to me back, and I received it on my skate. I was like, let's just put it on the net. You never know, and luckily I think it got lucky bounce, I guess, and it was a big relief, a huge goal for us and game winner. So we're so happy I could help.
What was that feeling when you come back off missing a few games because of injury? That's got to just be spectacular.
It's huge, It's tough to watch the games from up there, It's to be honest, you're more nervous watching the games from the seats than you're on the bench playing, So I had a tough time, just watch the game, and I was just happy to be back. It means a lot to me, and I'm happy we won the series because Vegas. They have hell of the team, They have so many good guys, and it was a big war, Every game was so close, and huge credit for them. But we're happy. It was a big redemption from last year, and we're happy we could move to the next round.
Radek, you had never scored in a Game 7 before. It's third period, it's tied. What is that sensation like as that goal goes in and the celebration?
Yeah. Well, it's big relief, So you're so happy, but still, it was still 2-1, just one goal game. But still, so happy you could help the team. And I was playing mini sticks with my son before the game, and I promised him I will score a goal. And I'm happy I did, and so I can show him the video in the morning, and we can watch it together. So I'm excited; he'll be happy.
You don't think he saw the goal?
I think they left in the third period. He's still 2.5 and cannot last the whole game. So I'll show him the video in the morning, and I'm happy he was here for at least a couple of periods.
What's his name?
Elliot.
You guys only get a little bit of time here to enjoy this one, then you have to turn your minds to Colorado. What's the challenges that they present to you guys in the next round?
Well, Colorado is one of the best teams in the league. It will be the same battle probably, but. We can enjoy it tonight, but tomorrow we need to start preparing for next game because hopefully I think we will play on Tuesday already. So it's a quick turnaround, and we have to forget about the whole series tomorrow when we wake up and just straight heads to the next round.
What did Pete say to you guys kind of over the course of the last couple of days to get you prepared for this game?
Well, just play our game, because we were consistent the whole season. We know we have good four lines, good team, and that's all we can think about. Just play your game, and the bounces and stuff like that, big saves from Jake, it will come.
Pete has a lot of history with Vegas and against Vegas. What did it mean for you guys to get this for him?
Yeah, it's probably he's so happy. Even Spotter, Meish, he was coaching there last year, so it's huge redemption for all of us, because we were so close to the cup last year, because I believe if we get to the finals against Florida, we'd win it as well, so we were pretty close, so we were kind of frustrated from last year, and it's huge relief for us.